going on. We've got the healers, we've got the badasses, we've got the game of networking, we've got like my lifestyle academy. We're literally in like 15 places at once because we were just going to make sure like nobody missed this. Okay. We were making sure that all the humans that have been begging for this got it. So if you're on this live, drop live. If you're on the replay, drop replay. And I'm literally so excited right now. First of all, if you don't know this woman, I don't know which way I'm supposed to point with StreamYard. If you don't know this woman right here, Elena Cardone, I want you to know something. Like, this woman is not only like a dynasty builder, empire builder, but like I admire the mother that you are. When I first saw, I think it was your oldest, come out on stage in front of 30,000 people and just own it. I was like, as a mom of two girls, I have a 12-year-old and a 3-year-old. I was like, okay, like, look at this. It doesn't just have to stop with me. It can start now. It can begin now. And just seeing how you and Grant are as parents, and then the way that you guys share with others how to be that type of family and not just like amazing business owners, but to be amazing in all different areas. Like, I really admire that about you. Appreciate that. For those of you that don't know me, because I know we're in so many places, Marina Simone, hashtag Moms and Heels, CEO and founder of Moms and Heels. I help busy moms slay online sales to go from the cubicle to the throne. Period. We help the moms make some money and do it in a nice way. And so if you don't know Elena, she is a best-selling author. She is an entrepreneur. That's not even the right word for you, by the way. It's like mogul entrepreneur. I do all the things. Give me something that you think I can't do, and then I'm going to do it better. Real estate owner. You've got like, it's just the list goes on. And the 10X women, I can't, by the way, I'm going to be all up in there. Just going to put that out there. You're going to see me now. Like, I'm going to be there. I just am so excited for our networks to get to see you, get to meet you, and go over some of, the mom guilt, like the struggles that most moms who are building empires have. And so welcome. We're so excited to have you.
Oh man, I'm so excited to be here. This is really going to be fun.
It's going to be so much fun. So I made sure I got myself together because you always look so amazing. I was like, no mom bun today, Marina. We're going to get it together. So when I asked our community, I said, look, when it comes to building, we have a lot of network marketers on here, by the way. We have a lot of network marketers. Like, they're building a network marketing business while they're, stay-at-home moms. They're trying to build that empire. They're trying to find that identity of like success versus, being that stay-at-home mom or working mom. And I think a lot of them struggle with the guilt, right? So is there something specific or a moment you can remember where like that mom guilt was trying to hold you back from your dreams, or was literally like running a business and then that mom guilt kind of set in? Like, do you have anything like you could share with them on that?
Yeah, I suffered with that. I still do. I don't know if that'll ever go away. But what I learned how to do was I really got clear on what my purpose is in life. And so, yes, I have a big purpose to be an incredible mother who rears happy, productive members, contributing members of society. So that is a role that I am committed to. I think it's the most valuable role that there is in society, because let's face it, women are responsible for the creation and the continuation of civilization. So mothers are so valuable, yet our role has been so diminished, right? It's more important than anything that we can do. Ask any person with a sick child, you'll give up anything to go take care and be at the side for your child, right? Now, having said that, that is one of my biggest roles and most important roles in society. Now, I also have another mission, which is I want to restore the family dynamic. I also want to empower women to own their power, the capacity or the ability to influence the behavior of others. I think it's women that are going to turn this planet around, right? Because they have not only the ability to influence themselves, but they have their partner's ear, their children's ear, the community's ear. They can influence other people, and we need to turn it around. So those are three very big, important purposes. So my only purpose, you know, isn't 100% a priority right now, always on the kids. It's split between these other groups, right? Because I have happy, healthy children, I would give up everything to be with my children. Let's make that clear. But because they're okay, I can delineate and share my time. Now, how I did that was I got very creative in knowing when I need to put in time with my children. Because when you've been absent and they need you and it's been too much time, as a mother instinctually how that is. And then I prioritize. In those moments, the work will go on a back burner. Hopefully, I've got people in place that can carry on my duties while I'm not there, but they're going to get my number one attention. Now, when my children are just bored and they want my attention, I also have to have someone in my duty, in this case, a nanny or a family assistant, to artfully and creatively occupy their time, so I can focus on the business. And in that time, I understand with what I want to achieve in life that they're okay. They don't have to be, especially at the age that they're at now, they don't have to be with me 24/7. It's actually good if they experience other people and other relationships and figure out life. So that's how I've made it make sense in my life. I've just really gotten clear on where I'm spending my time, prioritizing, and then am I not being with them to do things that aren't on my purpose? And that's where I kind of go out ethics. Like, okay, do I really need to go spend the Netflix TV time when I really should be doing work, or I should be being with my children?
That's huge. I think that right there, even for me, that didn't shift for me until literally like when my second one was born. And I feel like with my first one, I missed that whole thing, right? She's 12. I missed a lot of that. And so now that prioritizing, it makes me feel better too, right? Like it makes me feel like I'm doing my part as a mom.
Right, but also for the moms that aren't at the place right now, that do suffer the guilt, that are maybe perhaps a single parent, single mom, and you have no alternative. You have to work, okay? Even though you have to sacrifice and not spend maybe all the time or even very limited times around your children, you are creating an ultimate sacrifice to provide financially for your child so that you can take care of them. So I mean, I understand the agony that a mom goes through in those circumstances, but she should also know that she is providing a life for her child.
Yeah. And that's the most important. And you're being a role model. Your kid's not going to see you sitting on the couch doing nothing, just collecting an unemployment check, people. It's a big thing.
Exactly. And a lot of times, even from when our children were really small, 2 years old, we treated them like, like spiritual beings in a little body with a lot of respect and that they could understand. So I told them right away, look, this is Team Cardone. We want to make a difference for the better. This is what we do. We speak to people. It changes lives. We help them. When you stay home and let us go without having a problem at home that distracts our attention, you're actually contributing to the family. You're actually, by allowing others to receive help from us, you've made a contribution to them. So you're Team Cardone, and that could be your role when we go out. You let us go out and do that so we can help people. And so they've always felt from very young that even though they may have been left behind, they feel in charge, because I've told them your job is to take care of the house and you watch over the nanny. And so we can do this. So it puts them in a feeling of I'm not being left behind, but I'm actually contributing because this is my role and how I'm helping people too. And that's been really beneficial for the children because they feel that they get to exchange with the family and they also get to contribute. And so it changes the perspective.
Yeah. If you guys were getting some fire, I don't know if you could see the comments. I don't think you can on StreamYard, but maybe you can or can't. But listen, I'm seeing all the hearts and all the love in here. Really quick, we're giving away like some swag. So if you want a Grateful AF tumbler from Marina Simone, All you have to do is share this, share it in the comments, and tag your mamas that are building businesses so they can see this. We're going to choose 5 winners next week, Monday. We're so excited. Let's go, let's go, let's go. You know how to share. Get it. Get it. I see you, Ebony.
Oh, yeah, I see it too. Thank you, everybody. I love
Yes.
Woo!
Whew, yeah, it is
All
fire.
that fire. It's
I
getting
know, so much fire, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so is there like a specific strategy that maybe you use? And I know you kind of shared this, but like, is there like a strategy of managing your time or is there like, and I know you have people that work with you and you have assistants in the beginning when you didn't have maybe as many assistants, or what would you advise a mom now as far as maybe some strategies they can do to manage their time effectively so they don't leave their business on the back burner?
Right. And it's hard to believe now, I know, because there wasn't really social media in 2008. So you couldn't see our lives. But when we were just starting out, there was no employees, there was no staff, there was no housekeeper that came every day, there was no nanny, it was me. So I have been in those shoes. I do understand, everybody's got greater or lesser degrees of that. But the strategy that I really had to overcome was really giving up this idea of being the superhero and the control of having to think that I wasn't either as valued or I couldn't give up power to delegate. And so, and I think I suffered and I held myself back by that viewpoint for a long time. Now I understand that in building empires, it is crucial to grow and it takes people and expansion. So I've been able to, as time permitted, again, in 2008, Grant and I were on the verge of losing everything financially, like everything. So, but at that point, we started to self-enhance. We started to pour back into ourselves and then into our business. So we did the things like the Unbreakable Business Challenge. We did finance courses. We did communication courses. We did everything that we felt we needed to grow in our business to make ourselves better. And there was zero money spent on anything. There was no designer. There was no, oh my gosh, I was so far from Chanel. That was like, whoa, out of the ballpark. I mean, there was no designer, no trips, no dinners, nothing, because all of our earned income either went back into ourselves to get better, to grow, to learn, to get around the right information, or it went into our business. And so people don't cost you money. That was our small mindset at that person. Well, we can do everything because we can't spend the money because we had no money. But people don't cost you money. Eventually, we started investing in people and being able to have the housekeeper invest on a couple days a week, and then a nanny, and then so far, and then we got a staff, and now we've grown. But that's how we did it. That's the system. Like, as soon as you are done self-enhancing, all the money goes to self-enhancement. Then it goes to facilitating. I say, find the one you trust and build an empire. So who can you trust that can run these departments or assist you in the departments so you don't have to do everything? You don't have to be the promotions arm, the accountant, the mom, the wife, the follow-up, the sales. I mean, how do you do it all? So
no.
I was brought up to be this independent, powerful woman, never depend on anyone for anything. No one can do it as good as you, which might be true.
Yeah.
But especially never depend on a man for anything. And what I've come is like, wow, I was cutting my nose off to spite my face. I can't do it alone. No empire has ever been built alone, ever in the history of the world. You will have to find people to depend on. And guess what? That doesn't make you weaker. It makes you stronger to be able to focus in your lane where you can really flourish and prosper and spend quality time with your family without running around ragged. So that's the biggest system and hack that I've done, is really be able to trust and invest in others for delegating certain aspects of everything.
I love that. And it's the outsourcing piece that truly helped me go from 6 to 7 figures. I mean, I was stuck for so long because I was trying to do it all myself because I thought that's what you were supposed to do.
You see,
And
me too.
I was
We
raised by a single mom, so that's all I saw her do was do it
yes,
all. So I'm like, oh, that's what we do, right?
right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
And you know, it's about getting around the right information. You just had wrong information. I had wrong
yeah.
information. Information, the word means form. It means in a formation, like in a structure, right? The origin of the word means formation of the mind. If you don't have the right information, you would have a deformation of the mind. And certainly, if knowledge is power, what if you had the wrong information or missing information? How can you function and actually produce anything that you want to achieve in life with wrong information when you have a deformation? And so then as women, we start to introvert and think, oh, this is wrong with me. That's wrong with me. This wrong. No, nothing is wrong with you. You just don't have the right information, which is why I'm so proud and such a big fan of my husband, Grant Cardone, for putting on this 5-day challenge, this unbreakable business challenge, because when we were struggling in 2008 and an economic collapse is all it took to threaten and destroy everything that we had thus far, we made a decision, if we were to ever make it out of that and become unbreakable, we would help all the other people out there just like us to fast track your way to success. Because, you know, now that Grant you know, and we've hit the $1 billion mark. I had to, because we had to prove that that could be done by the strategies that Grant figured out of the last economy. So that's great and that's wonderful, and yay, big pat on the back. We achieved success, but now our success is not just achieving it alone. True success is measured by how many people can go along on the journey with you. How many people can you also help to make a success? So we vowed in 2008 that if we ever were to make it, we would always keep the curtain open and we would help all the quote unquote, and this is a quote, we'd help all the other little people, because that's honestly how I have been reared. I never went to college. I'm just a little girl from Louisiana, New Orleans, Louisiana, who's never supposed to amount to anything.
Mm.
So we made a decision, you know, anyone out there, all the other little me's out there, we want to win in this game of life together. I'm looking to grow my empire with you. The more you succeed, the more we can succeed, the more I can fulfill my purpose, which is changing the trajectory of this planet. Powered by women.
Amen.
And, you know what I'm saying? and reuniting the family dynamic. So that's why anybody out there who really can see benefit and really learning from the best, which I don't know how many other CEOs of multi-billion-dollar companies. I don't see JP Morgan. I don't see Blackstone CEO. Oh, and hello, and their wives getting on a call, a free call, spending 5 days, 90 minutes each to go help all those little people. I don't see that. It wasn't there for us.
No.
So that's why, you know, we're on a spiritual legacy play. We want to really put the planet back in the little people's hands, because I believe that's what's going to change the world, not the politicians. So I'm excited to be on this challenge and see you there.
Well, you guys, if you haven't registered, we have the VA, we have our people, our team, they're dropping the links inside the chat. We'll also put it above for you. I think there's joinmarinasimone.com, mylifestyleacademy.com. You're going to see a whole bunch of links. So you'll see all the ones that you can join above. But I'm excited because there are some powerful women inside of this challenge for the 5 days that are also going to be sharing. And I know you're really, really good friends with Stormy Wellington. I got to meet her briefly when I came to the office. And is there something specific that you are bringing in this challenge, or Stormy's bringing in this challenge, that you feel like is just going to be like, you can't miss it? Like, by the way, it's free, no brainer, people.
Exactly. You know, it's free, and really that is a give back to what we honor our word. So we do things like this because we do want to give back.
Yeah.
You know, first of all, Grant figured out the 5 pillars of how to make yourself yourself unbreakable,
Mhm.
which he goes over money mindset. We've all been indoctrinated not to have the accurate information on money, I guarantee you. So he covers money mindset, communication, scaling, sales, and marketing, all of the things that you need to know how to, instead of withdrawing, listening to the news and all the fear mongers, all you want to do is withdraw, withtrack, succumb. No, 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 no. Grant's going to put you in the right direction to know how to promote, to get yourself out there. And Stormy's going to be speaking. Certainly, she's an excellent marketer. She understands. I'm going to be coming in talking about family, the dynamics, how to bring this all together, how to incorporate business and family. It's the power of two. It's how do we work with each other in a coordinated, collaborated effort to reach heightened levels of success. So you should come in to hear from me I can't speak for everybody else, except I know what Grant's done. But for me, I'm all about getting everybody on the same page. So you're not working against each other,
Yeah.
because when we decide to play small in life, everybody needs games, right? The game becomes, well, how can I vie for a power position, and how tit for tat. And that becomes the interesting little game that keeps me occupied and excited by life. But I'm here to set your purposes, your goals so big, so focused with your partner, either in business or in the bedroom, on the same page. So you're going for something so big together. You're forced to fortify. All of a sudden, the game isn't about fighting each other. The game is about, how do we go conquer the world? How do we help enough people? How can we make a difference for our families, for the future financial legacy, for my family, for other people's families? How can I restore families? How do we get on the same page and actually start going for big goals, big dreams, actually achieving them? That's what love is. It's about helping each other achieve their goals and their dreams. It's not about tearing each other down like, wow, that's your big game in life.
Mhm.
No. So I try to talk to people about what Grant and I did during the recession, how we came together, how we figured out our purpose, how we figured out our roles in all of this. What's my role? What's his role? How do we execute effectively to complement each other so we can fight the real enemies? The real enemies out there, the people that want to keep you small, that want you to stay small, that don't want you to have the audacity to think that you could change the world, much less your own community, much less your own family. That's what they want. Those are the enemies. So that's what I'm about. It's about bringing people together on the same page behind the scenes to really, really pull ourselves together in fortification, strength in numbers, all working towards goals so that we can truly have love, achieving our goals and our dreams and winning together. If we're having more winning on this planet, guess what? There's less hate. And this world needs more winning right now.
Yes, yes, and yes. So what did I just hear? I heard invite your spouse to this challenge with you. So you
No,
can, like, right? So you can be powerful together. So you can learn together and figure out those roles together. My husband, I already told him this is what we're doing next week. Like, we're doing it together. And I forced him to walk stage with me one time, by the way, Elena, and he never showed up to an event with me ever again because he walked stage. He was terrified. He was like red. And so I told him, don't worry, nobody's going to see you. We're just going to see them. But I want him there because we have to get powerful together to grow. And we have to be on the same page for that
yes,
next level.
and absolutely. And it's not only the husbands, the wives, the spouses, the partners, it's your friends. Who invite your friends. Say, look, this is where I'm going. I intend to come out of 2023, even though we are threatened with an economic collapse. I intend to come out of this thing ahead and flourishing and prospering and stronger and better on the other side. Are you my friend? A friend who supports? Support is show active interest in the success of. Will you get on the same page with me so we can speak the same language, so we can help each other rise and not succumb during this next 12-month cycle. Are you with me? Get on the challenge and then see, okay, do your friends make excuses? Do they let life bully them around and dictate, where they need to be at what time? Or do you have friends that can actually control time and say, no, I'm going to be there for 90 minutes. Let's do this. I'm in on this game. Let's surround each other with more like-minded individuals who can help each other and push each other to heighten levels of success, who show active interest in the success of each other. Invite your friends. I dare you. I challenge you. And guess what? The ones who are there and complete the program, you want to keep those friends. Those are good friends.
Those are the people you want to be around. Absolutely, Elena. I appreciate you so much last minute taking time to be like, hey, yes, I'll jump on so your community can hear from me. You guys, was this not incredible? Drop high heels in the comments. I love my high heels. I know Elena loves her high heels. Drop that favorite emoji in there for us and get yourself registered. It starts January 24th, which is a Tuesday. And you still have time to get your bodies and humans and people inside. Join marinasimone.com, or you'll see it in the title above. So you can click on that and get registered. It's completely free. Elena, thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you. You're amazing. And seriously, your daughters just inspire me like so much. I have 10X kids that I'm making my 12-year-old take. So yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll see everybody at the challenge. Woohoo!
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.